Hi, Brad from wpsites.net. Let's take a look at adding Google fonts to your WordPress theme using action hooks. And you can do that easily using a hook plugin rather than having to write any custom coding or use any coding in your child themes functions file. So I've written a post about it, and I've included links to 3 of the main hook plugins for Genesis and StudioPress themes, for Thesis and Thesis skins, and also the Woo framework includes a hook manager. So any of these 3, plus there'll be more depending on your theme, you'll be able to use this code and install Google fonts directly into your theme, so they load very efficiently. And let's just take a look at that now. If you right click your site, view page source, and if we come up to the top here, we'll see the first thing to load is the Google font. So you can see it up there. I'm using the Oswald family, which is part of the Google fonts. By default, the fonts are actually included in the child theme style sheet, and I'm using the magazine child theme, and you can see here's the style sheet here. So if I left it the way it was, it would import from the style sheet. This way is it's importing directly before the style sheet even loads, so it's a lot more efficient, and this is the most efficient way to install Google fonts. So the theme developers aren't using this method. They're including it in the style sheet, which isn't bad. It's just not the most efficient way to do it. So the first step you need to do is go to Google Fonts, and I've got all the links on the post. You'll find the link below this video. Go to Google Fonts, search for the font you want to use. I want to use Oswald because I like that. It's included in the Genesis theme framework, and here it is here. It comes in 3 styles. I only want to use 1 style, so I'll add this to the collection. You can use the quick use hooks there as well, and we'll just review it, and this is what it looks like. There's 3 different versions. I want the normal version 400, so we'll click on use, and I've selected normal 400. If you want the whole 3 styles, you can see them here. Just select them, and then just come down here, choose the character sets. We'll just leave that at the default there. Now here's the code here, so all as we do is we copy this code here, and you can see the different methods here. You can also use the import, which is used in the style sheet, or the JavaScript method, but we're using the standard method. So we just copy this code here, and we go into the back end of WordPress. Make sure you've already installed the plugin. In this case, I'm using the Genesis theme framework, so I've installed Simple Hooks plugin, and we'll just click on Simple Hooks, and here it is here. The other 2 will look fairly similar, and we just scroll down here, and we go to the document hooks here, and we just paste it in there. So there's our Google code. It goes in there. You could put it in here and use the meta hook to hook it in. Not going to make a lot of difference, but I'm just going to put it in the title there, and save the changes. And we'll go and have a look at the site now. We'll just refresh this. You might need to clear your cache as well. So we'll just view the page source, and you can see they've been loaded in the top here. So at the very top, they've actually been loaded twice because I've included them in as a function as well. So, but it comes before the child themes style sheet there, which you can see, which is the most efficient. So I'll show you how I did it with the code. So we'll just go back into the dashboard. We'll go down to Appearance, Editor, select your child theme. I'm using the magazine child theme, and we'll scroll down here. And where's the function? I'll put the function in here. I haven't added that. Alright, sorry, go to the theme functions, not the style sheet. and you can see I've added the code here. So this is just a little bit of custom code. It's using the action hook, so it's add action. We're using that Genesis title hook, which we just showed you in the simple hooks there. The custom function's called, I've just named it load Google Fonts, function load Google Fonts, and we've got that URL to Google there with the font that I'm importing, which is Oswald. So that's all you have to do. You add that to your child themes functions file. I've actually written a post on it, and it includes the code, so you can easily customize that code. Here's the post here. I've actually written 2 posts on Google Fonts. You may want to use a plugin as well. Google actually, there is a plugin which is supported, and it's very popular. There's about 300,000 downloads, so you can easily install Google Fonts using the plugin. And I've linked to that article up here, so that's another fairly comprehensive article. If you want to install fonts which aren't Google, you can also do that as well. I've written about that as well, so that's fairly similar as well. There's several different plugins for that, or you can add them to your style sheet. Let's just go down here and have a look at the action hooks here, and these are the 2 hooks I recommend if you're using for Genesis, either the title or the meta hook. And you can use the hook plugin, or you can use the code directly, which I've included here, and you can just simply change this. And here's the Google font play. You can change that to whichever one you want to import. So that's pretty much it. We'll just take a look at the style sheet just before I go. Let's have a look at, we'll go down to the magazine child theme style sheet, and you can see at the start of the child theme sheet here, by default this is how WordPress themes import the Google fonts. So they've just added the code here at the very start of the style sheet, and you could easily customize that if you like as well. If you don't like the default child themes Google font, you can change that right here, and you can use the other methods I've just explained to you then. So that's pretty much it. There's more articles on my site about it, so there's lots of different things you can do with fonts. They're not difficult. Another thing you may be interested in, which I think is quite interesting, is adding different fonts, including Google Fonts, to your editor. So you can add them to your WordPress editor, and that way you can use them anywhere, and without having to use them site-wide. You can just use them on a per post, per page basis. And to do that, what you have to do is you've got to enable some hidden font styles and font sizes that are already included in the WordPress editor, but you have to enable them using some code, and I've got some links on my site to that. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Cheers.